this is John Wooten from Team 7B, and today I'm excited to share with you Tracker Tag. Now let me ask everyone in the audience, who here has a furry friend at home? A dog, a cat, or even a smaller animal? Raise your hand. All right. Very, very cool. Now, question for you. Absolute worst case scenario. What would happen if you lost your dog? How much would you pay if you lost your dog? Some people here are willing to pay thousands and thousands of dollars if they lose their dog, because very clearly and intuitively, people like their pets. We took this idea and we decided to go a little bit to market with it, thanks in large part to the inspiration of our most influential ideator here on Team 7B, Mr. Bronson. Bronson lost his dog when he was a kid, and he was devastated. It really took a major toll on him growing up, and he decided that he wanted to change all of that and really build a much safer piece of technology for these kinds of animals. So, question for you, dog-wearing audience. Does your pet have a collar? For most people that live in residential areas or even in urban areas, the answer is, of course, yes, for walking. But how much are you willing to spend on your pet's health and safety? Again, for a lot of these pet owners, it's going to total thousands and thousands at the vet. Wouldn't it be great if not only you didn't lose your dog, but also you keep track of their health and proactively improve their diet or exercise as needed based on their vital signs? How often do you check the health of your pet? For most people, it's an annual, biannual visit to that vet. What if you could just have a collar around their neck that tracked all their health vitals, tracked their temperature, let you know if your dog was outside at night freezing to death and you had to just let him back inside? That's basically the idea that we took going towards Americans with pets. Specifically talking to pet owners, we found that those with smaller pets, things like parakeets and other kinds of birds, rodents, were not a great fit here because their pets didn't generally wear collars. But the larger pet owners really were willing to spend up to $50 or $150 or even more for the benefits of their pets' health and safety. And a lot of these pet owners said that they would actually use an app to monitor their pet at least once a week if given the option. And so given that background research and statistics from the American Veterinary Medical Association showing that there are 48 million households in the U.S. with dogs and 32 with cats, we project that we can capture 3% of this market, which is about 2.25 million individuals at a target price point of $69, leading to an annual gross revenue of $165 million for those large American pet segments. Now, as we were designing our MVP, we had a couple of very important functions we want to keep in mind. Chiefly, we wanted it to be very easy for users to strap the collar to their pets. So we went with Professor Brothers and other students in class, and they were very easily able to strap the collar. We also wanted it to withstand significant amounts of force and track over great distances, which we tested and verified, and voila, it passed with flying colors, using the technology of an Apple AirTag in our MVP. Outside of that, we wanted the collar to withstand a lot of force if it was ever stressed, and because we use an AirTag, it actually did that particularly well in our physical testing. And lastly, of course, we want to make sure that it always stays together so that you don't lose your pet, God forbid, or have other kinds of vitals misstrued by poor physical contact. And so at the end of the day, we made our MVP using some very high-tech materials. Here is it virtualized, and in person we had our physical demo that we've been testing on, and really it's passed with flying colors. The duct tape in particular has withstood everything much larger forces than we originally anticipated, and that was due in part to wrapping the duct tape around the AirTag 3 times instead of just once. So we found that to be particularly useful for our sample pet demographic owners and everyone that saw. At the end of the day, though, we really wouldn't launch this company because we want to sell it for $70, and there are products on the market that are doing exactly what we want for fractions of that cost, and it just doesn't make sense for us economically to go into market and try to sell all this when there are just so many competitors at such a low price point. That said, hope you enjoyed our presentation and wish you the best of luck securing your dog and their safety using a watchful eye and a careful conduct.